Money. Who doesn't like money? But
You didn't come out.
fusion. That was a mouthful.
So this is like
Yeah. Hey guys, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Sayana Otu. I'm a food photographer based in Lagos, Nigeria. It's been a while I did a proper YouTube video, which is why nothing. Really, I just thought to myself, your schedule is freer now. Why don't you come back and start to share value on YouTube like you did at the beginning of the year? And so I'm back. And what better way to come back than to share a behind the scenes from a shoot I had 2 months ago. Now this shoot was my best shoot this year. Maybe not my best, but one of my best shoots this year. And it's for several reasons. Number one, the clients knew what they wanted, so it was easy. This is what we want, and they communicated it in very clear terms. Secondly, the creative team was on ground during the shoot, so I wasn't shooting blindly. You know, it's one thing for a client to send you a mood board, and another for the clients to send their team, people that are going to do their graphic design and the head of the creative team to be there. So you're not just shooting blindly, you are shooting with their supervision. So I had that. And then thirdly, they paid well. There was some arguments, but I mean, they paid me well. There was no, everything just went. And the vibe was so good. If you know me, you know that I like money. Who doesn't like money? But I would pick my mental health over any amount of money. So when I sense that a client is trying to be difficult or is trying to be toxic in some way, I just tell you I'm fully booked, we're not available for the shoot. Because I mean, I'm a creative, I work a lot with vibes, yeah, and I'm also a professional, so I don't want to take your money and then come there and be complaining. So if I sense that we can't work together, I don't even take your money, you understand? I just maintain my distance. So this client ticked all the boxes and they loved the pictures, and now this is the BTS. We left in this Uber, and there was a little drama because the Uber didn't want to wind down and his window was tinted, and I didn't want to stay. I didn't feel safe staying in a tinted window vehicle, so I told him I couldn't breathe and he had to wind down. But luckily the trip ended without any more drama. This is the space we used, and this is the sitting room, and then dining, that's Joy, the food stylist, and then there's a kitchen down right there where we did the food styling. And so I and Joy went to the mall close by because the client had not yet arrived. The food was not there yet, so we went to get something that we could eat because it was going to be a long shoot. And Joy was shopping for spices. Yeah, I can't remember what we were laughing at, but it was sure funny. And then this is the graphic designer showing me what he wanted me to achieve with the pictures, and that was good too. These are the plates Joy brought for styling. She also brought some fresh vegetables. We're still waiting for the meal to arrive. I think at this point only one meal arrived. That was the masa. And when the meal arrived, the parlor was a bit small, so we had to rearrange the chairs so we could set up. So that's me, and that's my assistant, Blessing, my ever ready assistant. So we're setting up the lights, the backdrop. I go everywhere with this plastic table, and it has saved me a lot. Because like in a shoot like this is me, we're on set, this is what we're shooting, this is what we're shooting. I'll keep you guys posted on how it goes. So and so this is the first look. The creative team was behind me, giving me pointers on how to shoot different angles, what they wanted. They wanted some of the bottles open, some of the bottles not open. So there were about 4 different images to take for each meal. Images showing that the meals were being eaten, that the drink was being drunk. Yeah, so it was good. It was good. So when I finished shooting, I would look at it, I would show the creative team, go ahead. So I literally sat on this chair for the entire shoot. I would just be changing my angles. So when I want to take overhead, I stand above, and then when I want to take 45, I sit, and then there was other angles I had to take. So in between, the food stylist will come in to arrange. Guys, if you're a food photographer, get a food stylist for your shoots. Don't do everything on your own. Imagine if I was the one styling these meals and everything, it would have been very, very hectic. So this was the next meal. I think this was Ishewu. God, this Ishewu looked so good.
Yeah,
It
it's
looked
just
so
perfect.
good.
There's a red cup there with the malt. It will come out as
So this was the second meal. It was easier to photograph. That's the graphic designer coming to look at the picture to be sure that it was good, and he gave the go ahead, and so we were done. My major challenge during the shoot was the light on the product. Okay, let me suspend that just for the future. So this is Joy styling amala. And if you are in the food photography game or you're a food blogger, you know how hard it is to style soup. God, she styled this twice. On the second try, she got it right. So I thought to give you guys some food porn to make you guys a little bit hungry. So yeah, I think the soup was too much, so she had to reduce the soup. And the good thing is that she knows her job very well. So I mean, I didn't have to say or do anything. She just knew what to do to make the food look good. And now we're ready. So I think this was the final look for the amala. She made sure that the meat was on top so that they could see. Now the meat is the enticing thing about the food. So I was telling you guys, so my major problem, so this was the fish. Sorry, let me just finish this gist. So we shot fish, bole, and all of those things. So at this point we were tired, but I was feeling myself, so I was just playing around waiting for the next meal to be styled. So I was telling you guys what really happened. The main problem I had shooting this thing was, I'm using artificial lights, and so there was always this glare on the can or on the bottles that I had to deal with. But I found a way to move the light to ensure that it did not reflect on the product. So this is me copying the first batch of the image so that the creative team could look at it on my laptop screen, because I didn't want to keep on just shooting. I needed to stop and show them, like, this is what the picture will look like. Sometimes when you look at a picture on your camera screen, it's different from on your laptop, which is the true element of the picture, so I had to copy some images to show them, and they also sent it to a WhatsApp group so they could communicate and discuss, and then they gave me the go ahead. So this is me copying the images. There are a lot of images, by the way, because I had to do some trial and error before I could get what they wanted, and I always go to shoot with my flash so I can copy the images for my clients. So I think this was the end of the finally finished copying. That's Joy styling the next meal. My legs ached a lot. So this is me just resting while it was copying. I apologize if this voice note sounds cut and joined. Please forgive me. I'm out of practice. So that's Blessing telling me it's time to shoot the next one, and we did some point shots, and then the client said they wanted to do some videos, so we had to give them space to do the videos. So Joy was giving them some pointers. The baddest food blogger now, she was telling them how they should position their phone for the videos. The pouring shot was not easy, my people, but after I think like 5 or 6 tries, I was able to get the drink being poured at a very nice angle. I need to look for that picture and share with you guys. I don't think I added it to this video. So what else happened? At this point, we're just packing up. We had to rearrange the space back to how it was before we began the shoot. So pushing the chairs back, dismantling the umbrella and the lights, and getting ready to go. These are Uber coming. So the team was so nice. They helped us carry everything downstairs, and this is our Uber. They loved the work. We were like, okay, bye-bye. Thank you. It was nice to meet all of you. It was a good shoot. It was a very good shoot, and I was happy that it was done, because I was tired. Although I didn't really have to stand for a long time, but still, it was a lot of brain work. So I was a bit exhausted, and I was happy to be going home. So now there's a reason why I always go to shoot with my plastic tables, because one, it's easy to move around, and sometimes when you go to the venue of the shoot, you realize that there's no table for you to use that is the exact height you want and the exact size in terms of how broad it is. So I got this plastic table, and I shoot with it in the studio, and whenever I have a shoot, I just take it along to avoid stories that touch. And so far so good. It's been very, very useful. So this is a tip for you if you're a content creator or a photographer for product or for food, always go with a table, and you can use a plastic one because it's easy to remove, or you can use any other one you want. So this is us finally entering the Uber, and I think I did a video here to tell you guys. Okay, thank you. Now the day is over. Guys, we're finally on our way home, and so far the clients rep, they're happy with our job. They're saying they recommend us to the heavens, whatever that means, but we're happy to be going home. This is 6:06, so probably we'll be home by, so please the volume, probably be home by 8. I hope that traffic does not make us get home by 10 or 11. I hope Joy gets home early.
I hope so too.
All right guys.